Mario! Video 32. Elevations 5. Outlines. Still. Alright. We'll work on outlines. Here we go. So really I'm just going to do the other side. And this could be done just using the mirror option, I suppose. I've put this barge in here at 150 trim to get the center line there. Yep, like that. Let's offset that. I think I did that at 50 mil. Offset there. Okay, let's do an all-round trim there. Ooh. Okay, and let's just well, it doesn't matter because I haven't, oh yeah, I'm in elevations here, so let's just do a match properties. Oh, what happened there? End of the selection. Oh, match properties, select that one and that one. Cool, that's all there. Trim this here, can all trim out of here. Oops. TR double tap. Done, that's all done out of there. Oh, we don't want that in there particularly. Oh, okay, what's going on here? What's going on? Oh yes, we've got all sorts of little bits and pieces going on here that I've forgotten about here. And trim and oops. Okay. Oh, got a bit overzealous there. Right. TR enter. And take that out of there. Line out of there. Should be all good. Oops. There might be two lines here. Yeah. Okay. Remembering, of course, that that is the bottom of the truss in there. I'll do some more trimming in here. Yeah. If we do that there, that'll select all of it. Okay, that'll go, and that won't go because there's nothing to trim, so we'll have to delete that there. Delete, and what's going on there? Oh yeah, that's the edge of the push out there. So we've got a bit of a different scenario going on there. We've got the edge of the bricks coming all the way up to here, and then the barge coming to there. TR enter. It's coming to, that's coming to there, and let's leave that. Oh, that there might have to come out as well. Oh, okay. TR to enter. That's not going so well. TR enter. Yeah, it's coming out of there like that. Okay, so that's the push out. Comes down there like that. That there is the, let's see what's going on there. Oh, the purple is the roof line, isn't it? That's the actual roof line there. Okay, and that comes all the way down, and that's that there, and that goes to the trash layer. That there goes to the actual trash layer. trash. Yep, thank you. Like so. So that goes to the trash layer, and as does that there. And so that's the push out, and the first red is the bricks, edge of the bricks. So that there can go to the trash layer as well, because that won't be seen. Okay, yep, alright. So that's sort of something like that. Yeah, down to there like that, and then that's the edge of the push out, and it comes in here, and then in here we've got some windows. So I actually think we can possibly just I think I'll trim all that out just to get some clarity in here. Okay, right, there we go. So it's going to be looking something like that, and that there, TR into, we'll just get those out of there as well. And now we're starting to get a bit of an outline going here. We'll I'll just trim out this here just for now. We'll probably have to extend those. So that's our finished floor level. That's the underside of the truss there, and we're not going to actually see that because that's going to be there. But what we will see is the top of the windows, and I've got some details on that I've sort of calculated out. So we've got the top of the truss there, or the underside of the truss sitting there, and then we'll have under that we'll have some ceiling battens, and then some 12.5 mil jib. So we've got a 40mm ceiling batten there, so offset enter 40 enter. Okay, and that'll be the ceiling battens, and then below that we've got the jib, offset enter 12.5. Okay, and that's the thickness of the jib. So that's actually our ceiling level through there like that, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this here, I'll just draw a line in here just to make sure that that all lines up, because that was the that's the, yeah, that's all hitting there. So that's the level of the truss. So that's the top of the ceiling there, and then I think I decided that below that I'm going to have a 150 sort of lintel type thing for the windows. So we're just going to go offset enter 150. Okay, and that's going to go in there like that. So that's going to be the top of our windows. So the top of the windows, and then we'll see that's where that's going to be, is 150 below there, be the top of the windows. So this all in here, that's going to be through there like that. Yeah, so that's going to be the top of the windows there, which will be seen above the windows only. So these all here will go, that there can all go into the trash, sort of. I think this is coming together. One's got to think quite hard about these things. So we'll put that into trash and close, and then well, that can go in the trash there. And the trash. Okay, and then we can trim all this out here. TR into enter. So that's all, that can come out of there. That's all going to be brick there. So this is, we've got windows, door, window. So that's going to be like that there. And that's going to come out of there. That's going to be a window in there. Okay. And that can all come out of there. Oh, stopped my, turned it off, delete. And then TR to enter. Like so. So that's going to be our windows and doors and what have you in there, hopefully. And ooh, it's going to possibly leave a little bit of a thing here. Now everything in here is going to be in elevations. Yep, so yep. Why is it all? That can go in there. Elevations, and the color should be by layout. Yep, good. Okay. Now these doors are, in terms of the height of the doors, they should actually, according to the doors there, they should be in the height that's in here, which is 2 meters. So if I go line enter, well, I'll do a measure, so it should be a measure from there to there. Oh, 2.2. So obviously, yeah, something's not quite right there with the top of the truss, which was that distance there. Let's have a look, get my thinking sorted here. So let's measure, so that should be from there to there, and that should be 2445. Yep, okay, and 2445, so that should be the top of the truss there. I'll just draw a line in there like that. Yeah, that's it there. Okay, that's your 2445. Oh yes, that's right. Okay, so we've got our windows in here, which are shown there as 2 meters high, and that will be above the floor level. So I'm going to possibly work back from there rather than from the truss downwards. So that would be those windows there, yeah, which are going floor level, and that would give us the top of the windows. So let's go here, offset enter 2000, enter, because that's the sort of height of the window opening that we had there. Okay, in there like that. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of thought goes into this, and we're still a way to go yet. But so that would be the top of the windows there, and then of course that's how it goes. And then the obviously the bricks would sort of typically on the house go to the top of the underneath of the soffit, which is there obviously, and that would be the top of the windows. And then we would have a little space in here which would represent the sort of lintel above the windows. And what have we got there? We've got sort of 120, which is 5 inches. So yeah, I'm going to just leave that like that. Yeah, and that comes up to the feet. So just fitting it in like that. So escape. Now we'll do a trim in here. Yeah, rather than working down, we've got to work up. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time here. Okay, let's get rid of that there. Delete, and that's going to come out here, the underside of the truss. Delete, and so I've actually used the windows as the. Oh, I'll just go do a trim there. I'm getting a bit long on these because it takes a little while just to work through all of the issues. Okay, so that can come out of there like so, and delete. Alright, now, and that's those windows there. TR, enter. So the feet would, would line up with the top of the windows. There's that in there, and that's all coming out of there. And that all just that sort of comes out of there, and that's got to go. And what's happening there with that? Okay, let's just trim that. So yep, so that's how it goes. Oh, that line, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that line through there like that with a little piece up there, and then these are the windows, and then the window sizes fit in there. So this window that we have there in that size is a 1400 by 1400, so that'll be offset enter 1400, and that'll be that one there, like so. So that'll be the window opening with the lintel area above it, like so. Okay, and then that comes out of there. Delete, and then this here, we're trimming this. Oh, getting up to 20 minutes on this one. Okay, so we'll better stop soon. Oh, come on. Enter. Yeah, so that'll be the windows and doors there. Oh, this will come out of here as well. So there'll be a little bit of issue there. What's that one? Why isn't that one coming out of there? Is that just a little single? Yep. Delete. So that's the window, the door there, like so, sitting in there like that, and that's our finished floor level through there, and the lintel up above, which is all looking good, and that's the push out over there, and then we've got the spouting and that to go on. So that's one elevation there, and then as usual, just to beef up the outline. So what we do is we just for this one here, this line here, like that there. Ooh. It's not interesting. We need a little line in here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a polyline for the outline. So I'm going to go polyline, PL for polyline, and I'm just going to put a polyline, still be in the elevations, but it's going to just sit over the top of all these lines, and I'm just going to work it around the outline. Yeah, well, I was going to. Try again. delete. Okay, so delete. I'll select the polyline. Delete. So here's a polyline, PL. Gonna go from there to there to there. Oh. PL polyline. There to there to there to there to there. Right down to the bottom to there. To there. Up to there. That line's got to come out of there. 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 I'm going to turn off that dynamic input. It's bloody annoying. Okay. I'm going to turn off the ortho as well. Okay. Up to the top there. Okay. And close. C for close. Should close it back to the beginning. Okay. Alrighty. And what we can do with a polyline is we can just, to give it a little bit of extra thickness, we can give it a global width, and I'm going to go at 1 to 50, 1 millimeter equals 50 mils. So, I don't know, 0.1 or something like that might be. 0.1, or perhaps 0.2 for global width. 0.2 might make it stand out. 0.2. No, 0.12. Not much difference. 0.2. 0.2. Enter. What is that starting to look like? Not much different really. 0.35. Okay, so that'll put that in there like that, so it's sort of just standing out as a bit of an outline, and then we've still got the windows to draw in. So yeah, it's taking a little while, this one. The brick line just comes slightly below the finished floor level as well, so, and then the thing's there by a little bit, and yeah, so we'll get things sorted out there. So let's call that one quits. It went on a bit, that one, and we've still got some more to do on the other side, but important that you get these elevations fairly right, and yep, very well. Okay, cheers, see you.